Tyler, what's up, brother?
Hey man, no camera on because I have a sensitive situation. Uh,
Okay.
so I married a friend of mine. She needed to immigrate into this country, and I said at first, "Hey, we're going to do it platonically," but then we ended up having sex, and she caught feelings, and here we are about a year later, and she's got a kid, and I think she feels that I'm not invested enough in the kid's future, and essentially is hesitant to give me headship of the family because of that, right? So family wise, there's this kind of power struggle going on that has not been resolved. So we ended up having a pretty fierce confrontation a few weeks ago, and she left the house, so she's spending time apart from me right now, and I've I guess been on a few dates with other women, and I'm trying to figure out how to resolve the situation because I'd like to be loving to her and to help her achieve her goals, but it just seems like domestically things have not been working out.
Hold on. So go back. What what was the first couple of sentences that you said there? Can you
Oh, yeah, yeah, sorry.
go in
So this
depth?
is yeah, it's a close friend of mine. She's not an American citizen. She wanted to be able to stay in this country. So we got married for the papers.
Uh you fucked up.
Yeah, maybe I did, man. I'm trying to get myself out of this bind right now in the most graceful way possible, but it may have been a bad idea in the
Hey,
beginning.
no maybes about it. You got played and you fucked up. And now you're thinking about her, but she's already got what she wanted out of you. And
Well,
you
not yet.
know,
So she doesn't have the papers yet. If I fire right now,
okay.
she's totally fucked.
Uh so what country do you live in?
United States.
Okay, so how does that work? Don't you have to be married for X amount of time and then you have to like prove the relationship is legit and
It's
then
like
they get
that,
their
yeah,
papers?
exactly. So we do not
Uh,
have the papers yet. We filed the application. So what I'm saying is
yeah.
I could divorce her and send her home. That's my key leverage point at this point in time. But once she has the papers, you're right. Then she can just I have no leverage over her, and she can walk.
She can fucking obliterate you in the court system. Imagine I want you to think of worst case scenario here because and look, I'm not a doomer. I don't like automatically jump to worst case scenarios, but as a smart man, like anytime you're making a business move, which this is a massive business move here, whether you realize it or not, you have to look at worst possible outcomes. And you also have to look at risk to reward ratios and all that. So for a second here, make a non-emotional decision. So if you marry this girl, which you already did, but since she's not a citizen, the marriage is pretty much illegitimate at this point, according to our court system, right? Like she can't divorce you and take alimony or some shit like that yet, right?
I don't know how that part works. I'll need to speak with an attorney
I
about that part.
I don't either. I'm not an attorney. Yeah, you're gonna want to probably speak with an attorney. I don't know why you haven't yet, but you've already fucked up by marrying somebody that didn't seem to didn't seem to have the same intentions as you. Your intentions were to take care of this person because you cared about this person and you wanted a future with this person, right?
No, I was hesitant. I was explicit with her. I said, "Hey, I want to help you out. I can't promise you a romantic marriage. Let's get married for the papers." But then
Well,
we
hold
had sex,
on.
and she caught feelings. Yeah,
Something's not adding up here.
go ahead.
So you had no emotional investment in this woman.
Okay, I'm not going to say none. I didn't want her to go back. She was crying. She didn't want to go back to her country and la 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 la. And I'm like, all right, look, I don't want you to go through that.
Okay. So you started dating an illegal immigrant and you caught feelings with her.
Well, the whole time out. I had met her a
Well,
long time ago. I'd met her over a decade prior to that incident.
all
So
right. And she decided to pursue you for a relationship and she realized once she had you in a vulnerable state, in an emotional state, Now she can present her problems, her issues, which is she's an illegal immigrant and she needs citizenship, and you can provide her with this. And now that you're vulnerable and she's in a position where she can get things out of you, she can control you a little bit. When she cries and it's not about citizenship, it's about how much I love you. When you're in a vulnerable situation like that and you're not thinking clearly, you're not gonna see the reality of the situation that everybody else is going to see.
No, fair enough. And you feel free to mock me and say what you like. But in that moment, I said
No,
to her,
I'm not mocking you.
I said to her,
I don't want to. I don't
go on.
want to. I don't want you to think I'm mocking you.
Well, fair enough.
I'm actually I'm really trying to give you advice here.
Appreciate that, LFA. Sorry, I may have used the wrong word. But what I mean to say is that in that moment, I said, "Isn't there anyone else?" Right? I did not want to pull the trigger unless it was their only option. I guess you're right. Maybe I got too emotional. I got played, but I wanted her to not go through the pain. She portrayed me as the only solution to her problem, and I said, "Okay, like, what am I going to regret more 30 years from now? Am I going to regret sending you home, or am I going to regret dealing with a dysfunctional marriage?" And I said, "You know what? I'll take the dysfunctional marriage." And maybe that was the wrong move. Yeah.
Do you think this marriage would be dysfunctional?
You mean without the legal constraints?
Right. Well, okay. So hold on. But before we get into that, so worst possible outcome is you marry her, you get her citizenship, she divorces you and fucks your whole life up. Right.
That's the worst case. Yes.
Best case scenario, you marry her, she gets citizenship, you have a family together, you live life together and have a good life, right?
Maybe, hopefully. I want her to be happy. I want me to be happy. I don't know if we can be happy together. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
So what's the why would you be so invested in her that you're willing to fuck your whole life up potentially?
No, you're right. That part's not worth the squeeze. That part's not worth the squeeze.
Yeah. Man, I don't want to mock you or
No,
talk shit to you too much here,
No,
but
LFA, I'll take any words that you say. I know you're coming from the right place.
I think myself, the woman that you're dealing with, and everybody in the chat is, we're not calling you a sucker, but we're saying that you are playing the role of a sucker in this situation. Now, again, does that mean that's who you are as a man? No. Maybe you're just happen to be in a situation where you're playing the role of a sucker. But that's what you're doing. So if this relationship just doesn't really seem like it's one that would work, it doesn't, there doesn't seem to be much of a final destination for you in this situation that's going to be adequate for what you want out of your future. There's no reason for you to do it at all. You're just making excuses probably because you like this girl a lot and you want to keep her around. So you're bending over backwards and doing things that are going to totally fuck your future up in order to try to make things happen. But I guarantee you, if you had no emotional connection to this girl, or if you saw a friend doing exactly what you're doing, you wouldn't be thinking the way you're thinking now. There would be no question.
No, fair enough. I think if I saw my brother doing this, I would say, "What are you doing? What are you doing?"
Yeah. So why don't you treat yourself like you're somebody that you care about?
Fair enough. Yeah, fair enough.
Like you're treating her like she's somebody you care about, but you're treating yourself like somebody that doesn't even matter.
Indeed.
How would you expect to be able to take care of a woman and a family and a household if you're unable to respect yourself enough to, make sure that you're taken care of before you try to save other people?
Yeah, I got it. I got it.
Yeah. So I would, with the situation that you're in right now, I would seek I would get some legal consultation, and I would find out how deep you are, because I'm not sure exactly how it's probably different in different states, but I'm not exactly sure now that you've married her. I'm not sure how much leverage she has and how much leverage you have. Since she's still an illegal immigrant, you might be able to divorce her and it's kind of like nothing happened, which is going to be hard for you to do because you obviously love this woman. But I don't know of any situations, like I've never heard any like happy ending stories about dudes that married women because those women needed citizenship. Like it's like 99% of the time it doesn't work out. I
Yeah,
don't
no,
think
I'm not too shocked to hear that. Yeah, not at all. I do
right.
think that.
What does your gut tell you about this girl? Do you think that she loves you and she wants a relationship and a future with you, or does your gut tell you that you're not quite sure? Like you don't have full confidence that this relationship will last for the rest of your life.
Yeah, I don't have full confidence it'll last the rest of my life.
Yeah. So sounds to me like a no-brainer. You got to get out of this one.
Yeah, I think what it is that I felt played at several points, but I said to myself, would she play you? You guys have known each other so long, you've had a good relationship. Is she really that kind of girl? And I think there's maybe a delusion within me that doesn't want to see that. Like that the thought that someone would treat a close friend in that manner, I find that revolting. Yeah.
I mean, if you view her as a close friend and okay, you're willing to sacrifice your dating life by marrying her. So, financial life aside, because you might screw yourself up financially, let's talk about, you know, relationships for you at this stage. So, if you view this as a friendship and she views this as a friendship and you're married to her, this totally fucks up your sexual market value to other women. Because I mean, like this whole situation, like if you tell a girl, what are you supposed to do if you meet a woman that you actually want to be with and be like, oh yeah, hey, there's this one thing I haven't told you about. I'm married. Yeah, she's an illegal immigrant and I wanted to help her get a citizenship and we've got to be married for the next 5 years. And
Yeah.
afterwards, after she gets her citizenship, it's going to be really tricky because I have to talk her into making sure that the divorce goes very well and make sure that she doesn't totally fuck me over in the court system because she's going to be able to.
Well, in
And
my defense, I think I can get a post-nup out of her based on the current negotiating position. And as you mentioned, because she's not yet a legal immigrant, I may be able to file at this point in time for divorce. But go on.
well, and okay, with that being said as well, your government has an immigration system that's already fucking weak as hell. It's like the weakest immigration system in the world. It's totally broken. And you are struggling to get her through this immigration system. Don't you think you should just allow the government to take care of that stuff on their own? Like it's already weak and you don't have to try to like utilize it and take advantage of its weakness and make it even weaker. Don't you think you could just let this girl fend for herself?
Yeah, I could. I could. I guess. I let emotions get to me, right? She plays the victim. Oh, I need help. Da, 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 da.
They all do
And
that.
and yeah, I guess for some reason, maybe it's because of the friendship that I had my guard down, right? Like if some girl off the street just said this to me, I'd say, "Bitch, like take care of yourself." And I think there was just a trust there that I think lowered my guard to the situation.
Well, let me tell you something. What you just told me there, that was like this. This is exactly the way you need to see it. Okay. If it was a regular girl on the streets that wanted you to do this, you would look at her and you would say, bitch, you can take care of yourself. Get out of here. Right. That's
Exactly
what you
right.
just said, right?
I'd feel no pain. I feel no pain in saying that.
Right. So the moment that a woman that is the moment that a woman has the power over you to where you're so weak that you can't look at her in the eyes and say, you have to take care of this one on your own. You're too weak to say that. That's the moment you've lost. You've lost yourself. You have no identity as a man, as a human being. You are basically, you're saying that you're only worthy of being on this planet to serve this woman.
Brutal,
Like
man. Brutal.
your wants and needs need to be put on the back burner. Whatever struggles you're going through in your life, put on the back burner. You're going to do whatever it takes to make sure that this girl is okay. You know, that you've lost yourself.
Fair enough, man. I swallowed the blue pill when I helped her out. Oh,
Absolutely,
man.
you did.
Yeah, no, it's fucked, man. It's so fucked. Like her SMV is lower than mine. It's the whole situation. It's fucked.
See, now you're starting to think.
No, I mean I've like known this, but I've been squinting my brain. It's like I've been putting the earplugs in the ear saying la 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 la. Don't tell me what's going on. Yeah, I've been trying to like to make it work, you know, to defy reality.
Holy shit, you have let this one really get in a fucked up situation. You actually married her. You married her, dude.
Yeah, you know, I like to think it's good to live an interesting life. And maybe this is a huge fuck up, but I hope I'll have a good lesson and a good story while this is all over.
This is going to be a story you're going to be incredibly embarrassed about once you become fully red pill, when you start to realize what you did.
Maybe, man. Maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Tell me, LFA, Rolla believes in marriage. What do you think about marriage?
I think in terms of having a family and having children, I think marriage is a beautiful thing. But I think the family court system is totally fucked in the United States.
It is. It is indeed. Yeah.
That's pretty obvious. I mean, is it done on purpose? Maybe. I don't know. I think world leaders are smart enough to do things on purpose.
Yeah.
But, that's not for me to say. All I know is that it's totally fucked up. And, the thing is, monogamous societies that believe in strong, big, healthy families are the societies that thrive in the world. And societies that are just, polygamous or just run around, just sleeping around with whatever they want, those societies tend to be total failures. They just fall apart. They never thrive. They never become a wealthy nation. It never happens. So marriage and children is crucial to having a strong society. Also, I'm a Christian by faith. So Christian religion believes in marriage. All of my beliefs, morals, and values go in line with, yes, everybody should get married and start families, but the current system's fucked up. So, it's a risk. I don't typically tell guys whether they should or not, because it's a massive risk. And, let's be honest, 55% of marriages do work out. So if you're somebody that says, you know what, I do want to get married, I do want to have children, then you better figure out what it is that causes those 55% marriages, 55% of marriages to work out, and, make it happen, and figure out what causes the other 45% to fail and avoid whatever causes that. you know, if that's the choice that you make, or you can stay single, or you can do whatever you want to do. But, you know, make sure you put yourself in a position to succeed. That's all I say.
Yeah, fair enough. Yeah, I think personally, I do think that children are important. Clearly, the species doesn't continue without them, right? And the children seem
Right.
to succeed more when the father's
Yeah.
involved in their lives, right? But you've got this
Right.
this modern dating environment with all the single mothers, right, and the deadbeat dads. The whole thing is a shit show.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. All right, my man. Well, I think I got what I needed. Any final comments?
Uh, no. Consult, consult a lawyer,
Yeah, I will, my
get,
man.
get some legal
I
consultation
will. I will.
and figure this one out.
I will. I promise I will. Keep it real.
Okay.
Peace out.
Peace out.